Hey! Hey guys, what's up? Hi. You doing well? Yeah? We're ready to dive in. We're going to be covering something really cool, okay? I call it 52 offers. It's a challenge. 52 offers. Okay, what is it? So the goal of this challenge is to create 52 different offers. I know that sounds crazy. You're like, what the frig? 52 different offers, there's no possible way. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, so a lot of people like to focus on one offer, which you should do. 100% you should do. Because nobody likes the person that's coming in and doing an offer and doing an offer and doing an offer. Unless you inform people of that's what you're doing. Because each and every person has a hot button. And you can think of it as the offer is actually the hot button that funnels people down into one true offer. This is your offer, okay? Now, why 52? I'm sure you already know. How many weeks are there within a year? Yeah, right? So I won't dive too deep. And what I'll be doing on this one is kind of just showing you how to lay it out, right? Because 52 just sounds like overwhelming. Oh my gosh, why would I do it? Here's the reason why. Maybe you don't know what works. Maybe you do. If you know what works, stick with it, right? But if you don't know what works, you might as well create a bunch of different offers and test them. And test them based upon the longevity of people, right? So you don't have to say, oh, I'm going to offer you it right now. Offer it every single week. So they see that you're doing something new. They see that it's hitting a hot button, but have it relevant to what you're actually doing. In this specific section, we'll be going over that. And I'll be diving in. I'll be sharing you kind of snippets of something, because the very first offer that we're going to be working on, the very first one, okay, very first one, it's free offer. It's a CRM based offer where people can come in and upload their lists and send emails. Pretty good, right? Not too bad, right? So we have to be giving quite a few different things for free in order to do that. So in this specific section, that's what we're going to be focusing on. Okay, and what we're going to do, instead of the fluff, instead of anything else, we're going to just dive right in, right? We should, right? So first, let me quickly do something of any followers who want to follow up and see this. Any highlighters that want to highlight, I post them in here. So send some notifications to get people engaged and involved, okay? I'm going to send it right now. But that's what we're going to be covering in this. Right, just like the other lives that I do, that's in a sense what we're going to be covering. And you have every means to do or not do. It doesn't really matter so much, right? But that being said, we're going to dive in. And then any and all of those people, let me just make sure you have a link. If you haven't done so already, okay, so I don't have to go in and pitch it in the future, create a free GFunnel account. I promise you, you'll like it. If you're into tech at all, you like it. If you're into entrepreneurship, you'll like it. It doesn't matter if you have a Go High Level account or a GHL account. Doesn't matter what you have. You might as well join the community. You might as well. Just saying that. So that being said, we're going to dive in. So first, you already know what GFunnel is. If you don't, come visit. It's a platform. So this is a social media based platform. And this social media based platform allows you to access multiple things, multiple different things, multiple different softwares, multiple different things. It allows you to access any and all of those things. Now, okay, that's all I need to do. That's all I need to explain. If you want to know more, we have videos on it. We have a lot of different things. There's a lot of big users that are using like the Go High Level, the lead connectors. It's there, right? It's good stuff. It's not going anywhere. Dive in and create your account, okay? Last time I went over one of the AI bots that we added, AI employees, okay? It is very, very knowledgeable and it is pretty awesome. Test it. Create a free account. It's free. You can talk to it. It can start creating you tasks. It can start doing stuff. We'll be actually utilizing it today, okay? And then we'll be diving in, again, a little bit into the platform so you can see it. So you can see, oh, well, there were 400 leads generated in the last 30 days, $8,000 in revenue generated in the last 31 days, right? You can start seeing different things. And what we're going to be focusing on specifically I'll just show you. I'll dive in, right? Not that one. Let's jump into some automations. Right, you should be able to see. Okay, again, some organization, because everything is about organization. Anything and everything that you do is all about organization. So we have some organization in here. So I have something called Cam's Journey, right? Emails, okay? Email series. We'll be diving into the vastness of this. If you can't see it, I can show it. Here, let me zoom out just a little bit. So hopefully I didn't mess up my screen. I did not, okay? This right here looks complex. Okay, this is almost every process that is needed by sending an email. Now, again, do you need all of these to send an email? No, you can just send a normal email. But what this does is it determines whether some actions, specific actions have happened, and it determines exactly how those things are organized. Now, you can create this in different modules and whatnot. What we do is we just create it as a template. This is a template, and the template works. So since the template works, now each and every email that we build would be here. Okay, and we'll go over the structures of it. So that being said, let's dive in really quick. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna dive back here. We're gonna dive into creating different offers, okay? And let's just see if our AI can actually do it for us. If it cannot, crap, what are we gonna do? Oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. Right? Like, what do you do? I don't know, right? You have to think. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. It's always thinking. Now, again, there are some deceptions that I'll tell you that a lot of entrepreneurs do. The biggest deception is perception. Weird. Deception, perception, they're so close, right? The names are so close together. Now, why do people do these things? People like to appear bigger than they are. They like to appear and have a bigger status than actually is given, right? People like to do that. That's just natural. That exists almost everywhere. Okay? Specifically in entrepreneurship. Like, realistically, most entrepreneurs, they're eating ramen noodles, they're scraping by, not everybody, and they're trying to figure things out. Now, there are a few, right, that are doing very, very well. But that's it, okay? And if you're like, well, that's not quite the case, it kind of is, not always, until you have a system in place. Once you have a system in place, oh, it's crazy, because I'll give you an example. Let's just say you're making $25 an hour. Let's just say, theoretically, 25 bucks an hour, okay? And we're gonna eliminate taxes. I know taxes are there, but let's eliminate them for a second. 25 bucks an hour, okay? In 4 hours, you make 100 bucks, right? Right, yeah, yes, okay? So you have to work 4 hours of time to make 100 bucks, right? If I create a product and I sell that thing for 100 bucks, instantly, I made up 4 hours. Make sense? If I sell another one, I just compounded my time another 4 hours. If I'm working full time at $25 an hour, let's just say, that equates to, without taxes, $200, right? Yes. So if I made two sales at 100 bucks, that equates to $25 per hour for that entire day. If I can repeat that process over and over again, right? I now make $25 an hour full time. How many people would I need to put into software to make that a reality? So let's just say I have a software plan, okay? My software plan is charging $100 a month, let's just say, okay? It charges $100 per month. Now, if I get 30 people at $100 a month, that means that every single day I'm making, quote unquote, $100. I have 4 hours paid for me with 30 people using the software. If I get 60 people, right, that's now 2x your monthly. If I get 60 people using the software, now I am paid full time at $25 an hour, and guess what I get to do? I get to play video games. I get to do whatever the heck I want. See the freedom? There's a freedom there. Like, I'm sure that you see the freedom, okay? There is a freedom there. And you can build that freedom. That's not impossible. And if you're like, well, I don't have a software, Cameron, I don't have the things that you have. Why the frig? Like, why the frig do you think GFunnel was created? It's so you do have the software. If you look at the commission structures, if you look at everything, it's so you have your own products already done for you. You have your own stuff already done for you. And I know that's like a repetitive sales tactic, right? A repetitive sales tactic. But realistically, have I sold you short? I don't think so. How long have we been doing this thing? For a while. Still here. Still rocking. Still going. Going through trials, going through whatever. Still fighting through them. Still building. Yet, we remain. Weird. So my goal is to do that. It's to help you replace that, making $25 an hour. It's to help you replace that, making $50 an hour. Because it's the same, it's math. It's math. That's all it is. It's here's a process, here's an implementation of that process, and here's a result. That's operations, period. All of that, everything can be achieved within GFunnel. Now, GFunnel is not just a software. It's not just like, oh, I have a software. I have it, and I'm good, and I'm happy. Screw that. Software suck. Okay, what is it? It's a social platform. Jump in here. Right? Like, jump in here. You're already on freaking Facebook. You might as well jump into the platform for free. And then guess what? As soon as you're in the platform for free, you can start making some moolah. Okay, so, again, you notice I have multiple different accounts that I manage, right? This is just my personal ones, okay? Like, let me give you an idea. I play a video game called DayZ, okay? So I have now a channel called DayZ. Why? Why not? I can give stories. So look, in a thrilling world of DayZ, XYZ, so I have AI that went and created a session for us. Like, if you look, there's certain videos on those specific things. Why? Why not? People don't have to come in and join this. They don't have to at all. But I just do it just because it's there. It's the same thing as like social media. If you would, like, you're on Facebook and you do it, it's the same freaking thing. Except this is all for free. All of this stuff. And you can actually start making money because you have your membered link. You share it and you can... I won't dive into that. Okay, so let's go in. So first, some new users, right? Because we always get some new users. So we have, I don't know what I did last time, what I said last time, I think it was for Neil was the last one. So we have quite a few new users. So first, Paul, welcome in. Welcome to GFunnel. Jonathan, welcome in. Welcome to GFunnel. Okay, Mary Hall, welcome in. Welcome to GFunnel. Chris Edwards, welcome in. Welcome to GFunnel. Anytime, feel free to reach out to me. I will do my very best to serve you in any way that is humanly possible. Okay, I know I can be a robot. I mean, literally, I can be a robot. I add certain things to be a robot. But that being said, like, feel free to reach out to me at any means possible. Now, I will be doing some fixes on here. So I noticed one thing. So you, like, whenever I notice something or somebody gives me feedback, my goal is to always, as quick as I can, fix it. Now, why? Why do I do that, right? Because we're all kind of experiencing a system and it's not always perfect. It's not. Like in this case, like I'll show you. This is how I look at some pieces of perfection. So I'm in my own profile within here, right? I'm in GFunnel, my own profile. But I look here and you might think, oh, well, that's normal. That's normal. It's like, I can't get a lot of value from this. And if you're like, well, what do you mean, Cam? Like, this right here is this is our support chat widget. And I know that's like, so? Like, people might need help. It's like, no. We have a dedicated section, and I'll just show you. I'll show you, again, I'm just showing you some of perfectionism coming into play. We have a dedicated platform for the help. Like a dedicated, with all of the software, with all of the tickets, with all of the support, anything and everything here. We have it here, okay? So, in my mind, and I'm just expressing this out loud, what in the frig, what in the crap is this guy doing right there? Shouldn't this be... Hopefully you can kind of see it. Shouldn't this be our AI employee that covers the details and service of business? In my mind, it's heck yes, it should be. It's like, okay, fair enough. So let's fix that, right? So let me fix that really quick while I see it. Anytime that you see those, so again, if you're in the platform at all and you're like, oh, I wish this was better, I wish this, or I wish that, or I wish XYZ, right? Just let me know. Oh, I'll just fix it. So very, very easy. So let me do this. So I need this specific script, copy that. And then what I'm gonna do, let me jump into a personal profile, persons, people. And we'll be opening this thing up, the back end. I'm not showing you it yet, like some of the back end stuff. But we'll be opening it up for people soon, so that way you can manage your own applications and everything, your own pages and everything in just a little bit different of a way. Okay, so here we go, upgrade, here's my widget, and I want to delete this guy right here, boom, and I want to add this guy here, boom, save. Okay, cool. So now, if I jump back to my profile, we should have this guy switched out. Perfect. Okay, now I need to make sure our... Okay, cool. Widgets, let me just make sure that our script is working here too. And then we'll dive into some email marketing, and then we'll dive into the challenge. You guys want to see that, don't you? Yeah? Maybe? Maybe you're like, I don't care. I mean, sorry. Let's get you to friggin' care. How do I get you to care? How do I get you to focus? Right? But let's jump in. Here's our widgets. And then with our widgets, I'm going to add in our... this guy right here. Copy. Okay. I'm just, again, I don't see the... I see the pop-up, but I don't see the notification right here, so I'm just adding that. Could have been adjusting it, could have been fixing it, could have been doing whatever the frig we were doing, but whatever we were doing was not working. So we have that. That script is good. Let me exit that guy. We have the style there, perfect, and then we have a script there, perfect. Copy that, and boom. Okay. So now we should have a solution there, and then our solution should pop up on this other side too. If it doesn't, then I'll have to just go back and edit some interesting code. Yep, so that's appearing. Okay, cool. So that being said, we're going to dive in to some email systems and how we do it. So now, how are we going to start? So let's say we're here, we're in the platform, right? So again, you can come here, you can connect with people, you can come in, you can comment blogs and stuff. There's a lot of people that are commenting blogs, updating their pictures, and jumping in. So first off, again, welcome to GFunnel. Now the key is to start using the platform more. If you're already in here, start posting updates, start posting blogs, start posting these different things, because anything and everything does expand us. And then if you want to connect, most cases, all of these people are live. You're going to see a little green dot. So you're going to see a bunch of people here. You're going to see a green dot. Feel free to click on them. Log in, right? Log into the platform, and then you can talk to them. So you can come here. So let's say I'm talking to Paul. I can click here. This is Paul. Right, I'll just show you. This is Paul. I could come here. Again, I have a few different settings. You wouldn't have these. You would have like friend, or you'd have a video chat, and you'd have start conversation. So what I'll do is I'll just put start conversation. Hey Paul, glad to have you as a part to GFunnel. Please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, I can put attachments there. I'm just going to send it. There we go. Now I have a communication thread with Paul. Paul will get an inbox. Paul will be able to message, right? And there's a conversation here now created. So now we can have a conversation. We will be updating our conversation pieces that will make it look almost identical to Facebook's Messenger. Almost identical, right? That'll be there soon. But now I have a direct communication. He can come in and he can message. I can message, right? We can make this private. We can make this public. Doesn't matter. I mean, it just depends on what do you want to do, right? So jump back. Let's get things rocking, okay? So I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to open up a new window. Okay, so let's open up a new window really quick. So here's our new window. Here, I didn't actually open up a new window. I opened up the normal one. I'm going to be using the AI platform. Now soon, we'll be just embedding FormWise. So if you don't know what FormWise is, I'll just show you really quick what FormWise is. FormWise. There we go. We'll just be embedding this soon, just because it's easy. And basically what this will do is just help people come in and click on something and fill out a form. Like it's a pretty nice tool. We had it in the past. It was pretty nice, right? We'll be embedding it shortly, and we'll be, again, getting this plan and giving it to every single person that we can. We'll be getting probably either two things. Either the agency one, right? Agency one, or an enterprise one where we can give that each account to every single person. Either way, it's fine with us, okay? But we'll be adding this soon. Now, why would we add this? It's so you can use this as your tool, right? You would also be able to use the chat widgets as your tool too. So we'll have certain chat widgets within here. So you can use those, and you can use this as your tool. So this way, if you're doing any kind of long form and you need a different view on it, or you're doing any type of coding, you can just do it right within here. So in this case, we're going to explain what we're going to do. So say, hello, comma, I need help structuring a new project. Actually, I'm going to do, I'll build it out here, and then I'll just, actually screw it. We'll just do it right into the central artificial mind, period. The goal is to create a 52 offer. To create 52 offers. These offers would end up funneling someone to our main product of software subscription. Now I'm going to visualize, I'm going to give you a visualization really quick. So again, we're just using the AI. I'm going to just do a visual, or so you can see exactly what the heck we're doing. So let me drop that down. I'll just jump in. I'll pull up diagrams really quick. Again, all of this can be accessed within your platform. Just click on here. If you're a GFunnel, if you're not, just create a freaking free account. You can do all of the stuff that I can do. It's pretty easy, okay? Click this, go to diagrams, click on diagrams, and then once you click on diagrams, okay, you'll be here. We're just going to create a new one, okay? And we're going to create this. Actually, let me just see if I have, most cases I already have them. Let me go into marketing. Marketing. And it's just part of marketing, okay? So we have this, I don't want this, so let's find another one. Open recent, let's go into open from, let's just open here. And let's just type in over on, I think, let's see if it's in the onboarding module main. Let's just do it in this window. I'll organize it a little bit different. There we go. Okay. So now we have some systems that are built out here. Now let's find our marketing tab. Nope, this is what we did for another client. So this one was for client redirect. Now redirect is a platinum member now, meaning they have like 1,000 sub accounts, which is really good. Okay, let's go here. Let's do, screw it. I'm just going to do a new one. Why not? Right? New one. And we'll just do marketing. And I'll just put in GFunnel marketing. let's keep that in this window really quick. Okay. And let's go into, it has my marketing. Let me just check. Interesting. Let me just check on this one. I'm going to copy a build over here. There's our build. Alrighty. Alrighty, we're going to copy it from top to bottom. Whoa. Copy and paste. Alrighty, so this way you can kind of see what it is, the entire systems, the stages, and everything. Okay, so now here is the marketing process. Okay, if you're like, I can't see, maybe I can just switch sides. There you go. So now you can see. Okay, here's the entire marketing process. And then what we're going to be doing and sending is, we'll start with this week, right? And then we're going to, from this week, we're going to kind of build on. Okay, but this is the visual representation of it. So I'll just do like a overview. Okay. Visual representation is this. Okay, so you're going to have a few different levels. Okay, so you can think of this as a value ladder. You can think of this as a big, huge funnel, right? GFunnel, right? You can kind of think of it as anything that you want, okay? For this purpose, we're going to think of this as just some squares, okay? Because there's nothing that, no information in it. So these are just freaking squares, okay? So now we're going to have this. So we're going to have these, right? These are, you can call this one prospects. Actually, yeah, prospects. Okay, it's about wrong. Prospects. These are people that are potentially right? Potentially your customers. That means that you have some type of a filter or organization, and these people are potentially the people that you could serve. They're called prospects. Your next thing is leads. Okay? You have a specific sequence with leads. In our case, we're going to be focusing on some leads because we get a lot of them. Okay, next thing that you're going to do, right? You have leads. Okay, next thing you're going to do is your customers. And then I'm going to do this one more. Partners. Okay, and you can call this customers dash clients. Okay, and again, this video is for basic. It's kind of a basic marketing piece, but I'm going to be just, again, laying out what the challenge is. Okay, so what the challenge is, you actually have a few different challenges. Right here is what we're going to be focusing on. Here. These are leads. These are leads that have not converted. This is a nurture sequence. We're going to be nurturing these guys. Okay? And we're going to be nurturing these guys with our 52-week, our 52 offers. That's the challenge, okay? We're going to be nurturing them. Now why? Once we set this up one time on this specific channel, guess what happens? We never really need to go back. We look at the data and we can change it, but we never really need to go back. And there's a few ways of setting up. There's an automated way and there's a non-automated way. There's a full automated dynamic way, which if we want to go crazy, we can, right? But what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on what is the brick. We're not going to focus on this big old picture. We're going to, so think of it as like, here's your marketing, right? Your nurture, and inside your nurture, you're going to have 52 offers. We're going to be focusing on here, okay? And now these 52 offers, okay, if they're your leads, they're going to eventually, these 52 offers are going to eventually bring somebody to a client, meaning that they're going to be hot buttons. Okay, and we're going to lead up. So we're going to have an email sequence. Okay, and again, you can focus and repeat this email sequence if you want, but we're going to do an email sequence. Okay, email, skip a day, email, skip a day, email, right? So every other day. So that's what it's going to be. So we need hot buttons that lead them down, right, to our main offer. And this offer we're going to be doing is a free offer, actually. And the goal of this free, quote unquote, offer, okay, it's just to say, hey, do this and you'll get this. Hey, do this and you'll get this. Hey, do this and you'll get this. Okay? And actually, I did this wrong. This goes here. Weird, right? That's in a sense what this does. Free offer. Then what we'll do, so this is the free offer. Then we do the kind of the same thing once it's there, copy, paste. And what I mean by I did it wrong, I did it wrong. This is now a paid offer. Right? Because the goal is to get them into a lead. Then the goal is to get these leads into a buying customer. And then the goal is to get these customers into, so we'll do the same thing, 52, 52. Okay? Now there's pieces here, right? There's pieces in the nurture that we'll be focusing on. But the key is this. Complete the first week. That's it. We're not doing anything else. We're not building anything. We're not going too crazy. We're simply building the first week out. Okay? Sounds easy, right? Maybe. Right? Maybe. So now if we have leads, we're going to get those leads to begin updating their information. We're going to get those leads to begin emailing people, right? If I'm getting them to do that, I'm doing multiple different things that require them to subscribe. So the type of content, I'm not just saying, hey, buy this product, buy this product, buy this product. Like, people do love spending money. They do. But what I'm doing instead here is I'm saying, like, instead of buy this product, I'm saying use this strategy, use this process, use this strategy, use this process. And now these processes and strategies do require somebody to upgrade their membership, upgrade their account. They do require it. Weird, huh? So now I can say, hey, here's an email. I'm going to apply this and I'm going to apply this and you're going to get this. Upgrade your account. I can even give them a free account if I want to get them engaged in using it. Great. Just want them to get engaged, update their billing information. Now their billing information is updated. And now how easy is it to grow and scale once I have billing information updated? It's pretty easy. Pretty easy. Okay. So that being said, what is week one? What do I want to do? So week one, I want to do a few different things. I want to think of it as organizing it. So if we don't know, let's just say, so now you have a visual representation and they're like, oh, I don't know, right? I don't know. We're going to jump right into our AI. And we're going to ask it. Okay, here we go. Let's pop this up. Okay. I want to begin by creating an email sequence. I can say, for example, See, I'm just typing it, and now I'm going to grab an example, right? Grab an example. So where am I going to grab it? Let me switch back so you're not just seeing my face here, right? I'm going to just grab an example really quick of this. Okay, so this is our sequence. This is what we'll be giving. Be giving away this sequence to people for free. So this way they have their email sequence. And we'll be saying this is the very best approach. Okay, copy. And I can just say here. This specific one is like this. This is a specific email. Welcome them in. Welcome to the jungle. You remember that song, right? Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything. Da 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 da. Right? And then I say, right? Just letting them know where I'm going to be taking them. And each and every person, once they come in and let's say it's a free offer, I'm going to bring them into an E-stage of some sort. Okay, this E-stage, think of it as it's a staging area where I can then present a course, I can present a community, I can present multiple different things. Now, people don't care so much about the fluff, they want the action. They want this organization done for them. This is one of the reasons why, like, there's a complexity here, right? There's a big complexity here. But this is one of the reasons why we do this stuff for people. We do it because, like, you have an idea, you want to implement it now, right? You don't want to go through the nuances of all of this crazy automations and whatnot. So what do? You pay somebody like me. I come in and I build all of this stuff for you, or we do, right? Depending on me or the team or whatever, we build all this stuff for you and then we charge you, right? That's how that works. But if you're not that way, then you're the other way, which is I'm going to create it myself. That's why I do a lot of these lives, because if I can empower you to create it yourself, there's two things that happen from this. Number one, people see it. So, of course, press your share button because this is going to be valuable. Press your share button, right? It now expands me, expands the knowledge, expands the help and the service to other people. Now, those people who don't want to spend money can get this free knowledge. Now, the people who do want to get money, right, or do want to spend money, they can come in and they can hire me. They can hire the team. And if they're connected to you, we can give you credit for it. That's how we do these lives. Make sense? Hopefully. Okay. So, now jumping back to that E stage. So, our goal is to bring them to an E stage. Now, we do have something that is brilliantly done for the E stage. Okay? What that brilliant thing is, here, let me create a new tab so I can show you. The brilliant aspect that is done for the E stage is your client portal. So if you have your lead connector account, the very best thing is you jump into your memberships and you have a client portal. We have something called C Portal. Okay, what basically C Portal is, I'll just show you real quick. So we have something where, like, again, I have a client. Let's say I'm the client, right? I'm in here. So we have a big platform. I could come in here again. I wouldn't see most of the things, but I'd have members portal, and I just click on members portal. Ah, that should be changed. Let me just check. Members portal. Great. Let me just change it really quick. Again, not a perfect system, but anytime we find an error, we fix it. Currently, there's a 404 error, so let me just fix it really quick. So members portal, I'm in the members. If I'm in the members, I would be in personal modules. And if I'm in personal modules, I would be in a personal action. Members portal. Interesting. Members portal. Huh. That is edited. Let me just check something else. Persons subs. Actions, members portal. It's weird. We have it done correctly, but it is showing that it is not. View actions. Let me just check. Aha! I found it. Alrighty, so again, what we do is we bring people to its C Portal. C Portal is where we bring people. This is their E stage. So now a person can come in here and they can access their assets right here. Okay, so let me just grab that guy, copy, me adjust that. Perfect. That should be fixed. Let me just double check. So now if I'm here, copy, let me just refresh it. I'm AI. Now I come here and I go into our E stage. Alrighty, and our E stage has most everything here. I'm going to make one more edit on here because it's bringing people over to their affiliate side, and I can bring them somewhere else. So let me just jump into our app and go back. And again, what I'm doing, if you want to see what I'm doing, all I'm doing is within Lead Connector, I'm editing a few different things. Okay, so in Lead Connector, I can say starting page, and I should be saying home. There we go. There we go. So now when I come in here, I should be able to just simply click here. Let's try that again. So I come in, I click here, and I press Members Portal. It might take a little bit to save, I think. Saved, okay. One more time. Log in, I'm logging in. It's still there. It might just take a little bit of time to upload. But basically where I just changed it, to update or upload a person to here, right? And now somebody can come in here, they can see their stuff, and then their courses and assets will be all right here. Okay, pretty simple, right? And then we have the AI that's interconnected. What's your name? My name is Cameron. What's your email? cam@gfunnel.com. Now it looks up all my records, right? That's the AI stuff. I'm not showing you it. Let me show you it right here. Boom. Okay. So that's in a sense how we have it. So again, when somebody comes in here, they click on Members Portal. Members Portal will bring them right into their portal. Okay. Pretty simple, right? I'm going to edit these. So it'll say, instead of take a course, it'll say see my assets. Right, see my assets. I'll just change that so that way they're here. And then, yeah, a few other things that will change just to make it so it's right and ready. If you notice, we removed within the Lead Connector. We don't use the community in the Lead Connector. We actually use this as GFunnel as our community. Here's the reason why. If I go to Go Collab, if you know what Go Collab is like the Go High Levels school, right? So we're number 2 right now. So our community is number 2. And if you click on this, right, what it does, it'll take you to this very first community, and then it should take you right in, which it looks like we have somebody who posted in there. So I'll get that actually changed. Let me just see. Again, another piece. Alrighty. I'll get that edited. That guy shouldn't be there, so it should be removed. Okay, but anyways, so on that specific one, so again, we're number 2, and the idea is when you click on here, what it does is it comes in. So let's say I complete my profile. I might need to upload myself, so let me just upload myself really quick. But it'll bring the person to our main system, okay? That's in a sense what we do, but again, I'm jumping off topic on that side. Let me jump back here. Okay, so we're the E stage. So we're talking about the E stage. So again, what we do is we bring somebody into here, and this is where they access all of their stuff. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a quick email sequence, right? Just to, again, get at least a week done. Okay, so let's dive in really quick of how to do it. So I should have this popped up. Let me just pop this up. It should show my messaging right here. And then let me pop this down right here. Okay, so this is now the email that we're going to use. Okay, and the first thing that I want people to do, right, so this is now the very first thing. Okay, so now we have something like this. This email is engaging, relative, and sets a positive tone for your subscribers. Here's how we can structure this content. That. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I would like to create a week's worth of content that is related to this. Every other day. So now it's going to create an every other day. Okay. So again, I'm posting right here. I'm telling the AI what we're doing. It's going to write the content for me. Okay. Now let's jump back to this platform. Now what are we going to do here? So we have the invite. So we're going to lay out some groundwork, the sequences. Okay, and I can jump into the sequences of how they work. Okay, 7 days call to action. Let's see, I would like the offer to remain the same for each week. This way we are only offering one thing for the week. Let me adjust my mic. Its background is a little bit loud. There we go. You guys can hear me well? Yep, I assume so. Alrighty, so now let's dive into here. Okay, so this is now the structure. So first, we have our invite. Very easy invite, right? So we call this specific campaign success journey. Okay, and if you're like, I need to build this thing out, I don't know how to build this out, I need to build this thing out, right? Then what we would do is we would jump into our projects. Okay, and we can actually build out. Let me pull it up really quick. We can actually build out exactly the sequences of everything. So let's go into marketing. GFunnel. Alrighty. Okay. So we would then come into this. Let me just pull it up really quick. So you're in, let's say you're in projects. Again, how you access projects, you come up here, you click on projects. So I'm gonna close this down. You come here and you click on projects. Once you click on projects, okay, it's gonna load. So, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new task. And we'll just call it a challenge. Right, people like challenges, and we'll call it 52 offers. Okay, create that task. Now with this specific task, we're going to create a description. Let's see if the AI will pick it up. AI didn't pick it up. There's not enough information. So let's just put some information. And I'll put objective. Different, and I'll put lead magnets. Alrighty. Let's just start it that way. Okay, so we're gonna come here, we're gonna save this guy. So now we have a simple task, right? And now what is our first goal? Our goal is, so we have this, our goal is week 1. That's our goal. Just week 1, okay? Week 1, and we have email number 1. 2. Email number 3. And then I'll show you how easy this is, okay? So we have, and then it should be maybe email number 4. We'll just do 4, okay? Now let's jump back to the structure, okay? So now we're in the structure. So this is the invite. So this is the invite sequence. Okay, so we do an invite sequence to the offer. This specific offer, we're going to say, is just getting started. Okay, and then we have a Monday, we have a Wednesday, we have a Friday, and we have a Sunday, technically, right? And then we can say, okay, our Monday is our invite, and then we have 1, 2, 3, okay? We can also put an email every single day if we want. Okay, do people read their emails every single day? No, right? They really don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to have just a simple sequence, okay? And here's a specific sequence. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a campaign, so the campaign name. So you can say campaign. Okay, we know that this is going to be a campaign, and it's going to be success journey invite. So this is the invite sequence. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add them a tag, right? So we know where they're at, add them a tag. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send them the first email, okay? From there, we're going to put them into, we're going to organize our marketing. We're going to put them in, again, what we've built here, jumping back, okay? What we've built here, okay? We have stages. Okay, so currently who we're focusing on is people that have taken action and they're in stage number 1. Okay, so they're in this specific channel. And in this specific channel, that's where we're going to be focusing in our campaigns. Our 52, in a sense, challenge will be in this specific channel, which is stage 1. Then we'll go into the next and go into the next. Now, what does this do? It allows people to have different emails. It allows people to get a different interaction based on what we're creating. That's what it allows. And it allows us to be dynamic, okay? And I'll show you. So again, all this one is doing is inviting them to that sequence, adding them, right? Adding them into a specific workflow. This is the nurture workflow. And then organizing them here. So we can say here, right? And then we can say campaign. So they know which campaign we're in. When we can say campaign success journey. Okay. There we go. We can then put a value if there's a value there. Okay. So that's it. Next thing we're going to do, so that's the first thing, is we have an invite sequence. Okay. You can have an opt-in sequence and an opt-in nurture sequence. We're just going to have an invite sequence, and then we're going to have a nurture sequence. Okay, that's all we're going to do just in this specific one, okay? So, again, come up here, and we'll type in campaign. I'm going to show you the easy way to do this, and then I'll show you the more complex way, okay? So, first thing that you do is when you're in here, always put a wait step at first if you don't have this completed, right? So now I can have this running. I can put 365 days, I can press save, and immediately I can publish this. So now I know that my automations are working into this step, and they can't go on. They can't go to the next stage. They have to stop here and wait, okay? Now I can start putting my emails in, okay? So first, just to make it really easy, right? Really, really easy, we're gonna be putting our emails in. So this is the easy way. The easy way is I'm going to put a send email. I'm gonna fill out this information, and I'm going to send it. This is the easy way to do it, okay? I'm not going to do that, actually. I'm going to do the real way, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into workflow. I'm going to add them to a workflow, and each email is actually built in a workflow. So for now, I'm just going to put this, right? Just the journey, series invite. Again, I'm going to change this in the future, but I'm just going to do that so I can put email number 1, okay? Email number 1. Then the next stage I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. And I'm going to wait. Again, it's sent. I can wait 1 day and send it the next day, and wait 1 day and send it the next day if I desire. Okay? Or I can wait 2 days, however you want to organize your emails. In this case, I'm just going to put 2 days. So I wait 2 days, send it. So again, it waits 1 full day, waits a second full day, and then it sends. Okay? Then I'm just going to copy this, copy, paste. Okay, and then I'm going to just change this to number 2, just for easy setup. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this up here, copy all actions, paste. Okay, and this one is 3, save, and this one is 4, save. Pretty easy. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a notation here, note. Okay, now I have a note here, and then this specific note, I'll put status, and I'll put has completed, right? Has completed success journey nurture. Now I don't want to do a month by month by month by month by month all in one sequence. I just want to do it very quick, okay? The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a wait step here, because I don't really want these people to enter this campaign again for probably 365 days. If that makes sense. I just don't want it. Okay, so I'll put a little wait here. Now I'm kind of done. See? 1, 2, 3. I'm basically done with the week. Now I would come here, right? That's just one. I can then copy and paste these two. I can copy and paste these two 52 times if I wanted for easy sake, right? And then I could just change the variables on these, and that's how you do it really quick. Again, so think of it as it's a challenge. It's not, the intent of it is not to get it done right this second. To rush, I mean, can you? Sure you can. But the goal is to at least get a week done. Why? Well, then you've just bought yourself a week's worth of time. So next week you can do it again, and next week you can do it again, and you can be consistent and do it every single week 52 times. And what does that mean? It means that you never, on this specific sector of marketing, again, what I mean by this specific sector of marketing, let's jump back up here, this specific sector, you never, ever, ever have to come back unless your data says otherwise. Unless your data's like, hey, it's not working, it's not engaging, it's not doing anything. You really never, ever have to come back. And you created your content one time, and you repeated it and repeated it and repeated it through a life cycle. And you have so much unique information there, right? Now, why am I telling you this? It's a little bit different than what people are used to saying, the soap opera sequence. You want to do that too, right? Tell people about the day-to-day, but this is more of a conversion-based step. And if you can mix the idea of the soap opera with a conversion-based step and mix those things together, right? Mix those things together, then you can come in and you can grow. Then you can come in and you can build stuff. But the key is get your content done and automate that content for an entire year. 52 or the 52 offer challenge. It's a year's worth of offers, right? And then you can of course build on it, but the lean part is the first week. Then the lean part is what's the first month, right? You can even do the 12 offer challenge. What's the 12 offer challenge? It's you have 12 big offers, right, that are within there. And that's probably the best way to do it, is 12 big offers, okay? Your 52 challenge should be 4 small offers that relate to that big offer. Does that make sense? Yeah. So anyways, that's the main live that I wanted to do. And if you're like, I'm still kind of lost, let me kind of recap a little bit. So when creating it, so first you're going to do an invite sequence. This invite sequence just simply invites the individual into that specific campaign. You leave it an open trigger. You put tags in there. So this one tag is success journey, because that's what this campaign name is. Okay. We're going to then send them an email instead of me just putting, like, the alternative is I just create an email and send them an email. The only reason that I'm not is because I like calculating every action. That's the only reason why I have this. I'll go into the depths of that. Then we organize the stage of marketing that they're in. stage of marketing that they're in, and then we just add them to the nurture. And then we notate that they have completed that workflow. So this way we can track where each customer is. That's all we do. And then from there, the nurture, very simple. Email, wait, email, wait, email, wait, email. Now, these emails look complex, right? They're like, well, wait, these are kind of like crazy complex. I can actually delete this guy. I'll just wait, it's fine. I can delete this guy if I want. Okay, and again, now I could even put in, well, what if they click? I can put actions to say, what if they click, right? If they click, I can have it remove them. Okay, but let me go into the email. So now here's our email template. So it sends an email, and then I like to record and calculate everything. That's why this is done. It records and calculates the bounce. It records and calculates if it goes to spam. It records and calculates if the person unsubscribes. It records and calculates if it's opened. So we now account for every action that could happen within that. Again, we're focusing on email here, and we're always pushing them forward. We're always pushing them forward, okay? And you can see, like, this one's waiting for 3 days. If they don't respond in 3 days, well, we can then take an account for that specific email and say, well, this specific email sucks. Like, if that makes sense. Like, this specific email that we sent, we don't know if it's good or not. We don't know. We can now calculate, we do know. So not only can we calculate it here, but we can program it to calculate itself and say, you know what, you need to change email number 1 because it just sucks. And we change it. That takes a lot of complexity. So again, what our free offer is, in this one, even in this live, what our free offer is we copy and paste the snapshot for you of these emails. We copy and paste it and give it to you at no charge. That seems like a good offer, right? We spend a ton of time building this stuff out, and then we give it to you for free. Why? Just so you'll start using our platform. See how it works? And then you do that over again 52 times. Again, but think of it as the big offer first. 12 times, 12 big offers. And then within that, you have 52 week by week by week by week by week that are building up to that 1 month big offer. Boom. 52 building up to that 1 month. Boom. 52 building up to that 1 month. Boom. Then you got your whole marketing done. If it's automated, you just focus on new customer acquisition, bringing them in. As long as you have that, runs through the system does all the conversion and everything for you. If you're like, I'm not a salesman, well, guess what? Now you are, because the system sells for you. That's how you create passive revenue, passive income. So that being said, my name is Cameron Garlick. If you liked this stuff, like it, share it. It helps me. Spreads, helps us, grows. So you might as well do it, right? Yay. Next thing is, if you have any questions on this type of stuff, let me know. Reach out to me. Let me know. I'd love to help you. If you're like, I don't have questions, I just want this done for me, and you want to hire me for this, great, hire me for this. Okay, we'll negotiate a deal. It'll be great. It'll be best in your favor, and we'll get things going. Okay, very easy to do. Okay, but anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Cameron Garlick. Make sure you have created your free account with GFunnel. It is pretty awesome. Make sure you have. That being said, okay, you have no idea how close you are to success. All you have to do is implement just a few processes and understand how money works. Money is simply the transfer of value, meaning one person to another person. The transfer of value is measured in money, right? Not all the case, but that's a very good measurement. So that being said, have a great rest of the day.